What's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here, back with a new short movie. The name of this short movie is What If Naruto Had the Omnitrix, and before continuing this, I would like to give shout out to Adnan Swati for suggesting me this idea. And don't worry, I have been working on 10,000 subscriber special. Yeah, I know it's late, but it will be uploaded soon. Just give me some time. And other than that, I hope you're all doing well and are okay. And yeah, if you like this video, then please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And without further ado, let's begin with our story. Story begins in Ben 10 universe as we see Ben Tennyson in front of a portal as his cousin Gwen and their teammate Kevin was there with them. They are now adults and were fighting a war against Vilgax and his army of many soldiers that were invading Earth, and they were losing even with Omnitrix. What are you going to do, Kevin? We have no time, we have to go there and fight. Grandpa Max is out there. Gwen, why are you not listening? Please just tell me what is going on, said Ben as he was frustrated. He wanted to go out and help his Grandpa Max, who was fighting the aliens with the plumbers, while his cousin Gwen and his best friend Kevin brought him here and weren't telling him anything. What we're going to do is send you to another dimension at all. What? Are you out of your mind? I'm not going anywhere. Ben, I know this sounds crazy, but it is for the best. We are at loss. We have lost. You have to be the one to survive this. No, I can't. We have no other way, Ben. This is the only way. He wants the Omnitrix and we cannot let him have it. If he has it in his grasp, he will destroy the whole universe and galaxy, conquering it. And we cannot let that happen. But what about you guys? I have to help you out. I cannot let you all die here. Not on my watch. As suddenly the door busted open to reveal that Grandpa Max was being dragged by Vilgax himself. As Vilgax threw Grandpa Max at the side, who was now unconscious and bleeding. Grandpa, said Gwen and Ben as Gwen dashed towards her grandpa, activating her powers as a force field appeared. As Kevin, absorbed Earth and turned into Earth as Ben was standing there. Tennyson, hand over the Omnitrix and I'll make your death painless as possible. Lord, for all the misery that you have caused me. Never. I won't let you have it. Kevin, do it! As Kevin did what Ben asked him to do, but as the portal appeared, Naruto just only put the wrist into it, the one which held the Omnitrix. As Ben then said, close it now! But Ben, what about do it? We don't have time, as Vilgax threw Gwen to the side, who was fighting him, and dashed towards them. As Kevin closed his eyes and smashed the barrier, closing the portal. As Ben's hand was cut off, as he was hissing in pain, as he still grinned and looked at Vilgax. There, you can't have it. Where are the coordinates? Where did you send it? In which part of the galaxy is the Omnitrix? It's not in this galaxy. It's not even in this dimension anymore. What? Is it in Null Void? No. Something new. Something we have never seen. Tennyson! I will find out where it is and where it has went. And I will crush everyone in this dimension and there to find it. As that was the last moment of Ben Tennyson, Kevin 11 and Gwen Tennyson. And Max Tennyson as well. The whole humanity perished that day. In another dimension, Ben's hand, in which Omnitrix was, traveled through galaxies. Over time, Ben's hand deteriorated and turned into dust, but the Omnitrix was there. As we go towards Naruto's planet in elemental nations, as he was again roaming around freely because he was neglected by his parents and ignored because he was born a civilian, while his other two siblings were born as the heroes of the leaf and the child of prophecy because they had the chakra of the nine-tails sealed inside of them, as the soul of the nine-tails was held inside their mother, while he was the one who was obviously ignored one, the middle child. I can't believe they ignored me on my own birthday and gave my birthright to Mito. Who am I kidding? They never loved me, Naruto said as he was nearing the forest of death. He didn't know how he arrived there. He was just in his thoughts when he wandered off on his own over there. As he entered it, suddenly a huge meteor crashed there as Naruto was thrown back. What is that? As Naruto got curious and looked inside the huge crater that was created. Almost all of the shinobis felt it, but nobody arrived at the time. As Naruto got near it to see a watch. What? What's a watch doing here? And what type of is it? It's quite weird. As suddenly the Omnitrix lashed onto Naruto's wrist, as it was permanently there now. Naruto couldn't get it off. How do I take this thing off? As Naruto tried to do his best with sticks, branches, whatever he found, but it didn't work out. Shit, someone is coming, Naruto said as he heard footsteps. Naruto dashed away from there. Because he was a civilian, he got away undetected. It was his father who had arrived there. His father and mother, alongside with many shinobis and clan heads. How come there is a huge crater there? Sensei, there are footsteps, Kakashi said, and they're of a kid. As Kakashi then vanished and appeared in bushes and carried out Naruto. Hey, let me go, Naruto said. Naruto, what are you doing here? I thought you were in your room. Wait, isn't it your birthday today? What are you doing out here? You forgot about me. You never celebrated my birthday for the past 4 years. And you locked me out. What do you expect me to do? Now that isn't true, Naruto. Why would I do that? Oh really now? Then tell me, why was I out? Because you snuck out, said Kushina. And for that, young man, you're going to get grounded. What? I didn't do that, Naruto said. Ugh, fine. Do what you want, Naruto said in an angry tone, which caused Kushina and Minato to flinch and open their eyes widen. Why was Naruto being rude to them? Naruto, is that a way to talk to your parents? You are grounded, young man, and no ramen for you for 1 month. Whatever, I didn't even like that stuff. Now at that moment, Kushina was just angry. Why was Naruto declining everything he liked? Mito and Menma liked it. Why didn't he? As Kushina walked towards Naruto and bonked him on the head. Ah, that hurts, Naruto said as he was bleeding. Kushina bonked him on the head using some chakra as he did to Menma and Mito, forgetting that he didn't have. Why aren't you healing? I'm a civilian, you goddamn idiot! As Kushina flinched back as Naruto was enraged. Ah, damn it, Naruto said, looking at his head that was bleeding now. I gotta go and got this fixed up from Tsunade Bachan. As Naruto dashed away. As he was stopped by Kakashi. Wait, what now? Let me take you to the hospital. Fine, I guess. Thanks. As Naruto left with Kakashi, while Minato and Kushina stood there, as Kushina looked at her hand. As then she remembered, Naruto was a civilian, and he was not being trained by Menma and Mito. And he was never involved in any family meeting. They deliberately ignored him. And that was the reason he was acting like this. And she hurted him. Kushina, calm down. Millions of thoughts were going through her mind as she flinched when Minato put a hand on her shoulder and she looked at him with tearful eyes. I didn't mean to. I know you forgot, and so did I. There are some things we have to make amends to, I guess. We gotta ask Menma and Mito if our worries are true. As he said to his Anbus, search here and look and see if you find anything. What caused this crater to be formed in the forest of death? Hi. As both Menma and Mito were there in their house waiting for their parents, as both of them arrived. As Menma and Mito then said, where were you? And have you found Naruto yet? Said Menma. As Minato then said, why do you ask? Well, I have been looking for him throughout the whole crowd, but I didn't see him. It is his birthday after all. We were the ones, me and Mito, who goes to his room every year to celebrate, but you held us back quite a lot, and to be honestly speaking, we were getting worried that he might think that we didn't come, as you two didn't. What? What do you mean? Well, we found out 4 years ago that we're not involving him anymore. On his first birthday that you didn't involve him. We saw his face. He was saddened, and we couldn't take it, and we went there and said that we are his siblings and siblings should stick together. Even though he's a civilian and we are supposed to be shinobis, we will protect him and do everything we can for him. And he was happy for us. And when you announced Mito as the successor, he was heartbroken. And you deliberately locked him out, remember? Then how did he... Oh yes, I didn't put a sound seal on it, didn't I? Yes, I saw him looking to us through the window, and I saw his eyes widen, and his eyes were tearful as he left. I wanted to go out, but you didn't let me, said Menma. As Mito looked down, I didn't want that title as well. It was Naruto Nissan's to begin with. How could you do that? You do know that doing this in Konoha's law is saying that you are abandoning him, right? What? No, we're not. It is right, Kushina, said Minato. It is said in law that if we see a clan here as to be unfit, he is to be replaced and banished from the clan. What? That is equivalent to banishment, Kushina, what we did to Naruto. And it seems like the kids and Naruto knew about that. And that is the reason why he was angry at us. He has every right to be. To be honest, we as well are angry. The only reason we are training with you and keeping up with your bullshit, Menma said, with cold voice, is because we are going to train hard and train Naruto then, after we become Genin. Train him enough to defend himself and be strong enough to fight against bandits at least. And we will be there to protect him and our loved ones. Where is Naruto now? I was getting worried about him, Menma said as the older brother. Losing his patience. Well, as the door opened, as Kakashi was there, with Naruto, whose head was bandaged, as Menma and Mito's eyes widened. Naruto! Nissan, what happened? Both of them asked. Well, something happened. I fell in the forest of death while, getting angry. Naruto said, looking at Kushina's face. As Mito then noticed something, Kushina was looking down with a guilty face. Mom, what did you do? As Kushina flinched. No, I didn't say anything, Mito. It's nothing. I just fell down. Why are you... Shut up, Nissan. I know something is up. As Naruto was taken aback by how angry Mito was. You hurt him, didn't you? What? Are you crazy, Mito? Mom would never do... Menma said, looking at his mother, who was looking down with tearful eyes. I did. I used chakra punch on his head, like I do on both of you, and training you. You forgot that he didn't have chakra? Your own child? How far have you stooped so low? Huh? That forgetting your child is one thing, and hurting him deliberately, and forgetting that he has a condition different from us, and doing that to hurt him. It disgusted me. But we thought that training you too and saving... We don't want to save the fucking world. We care about our loved ones. The world can go and burn itself for all we care. Menma said, as Minato's eyes were... You can't do that, Menma. One life is not greater than... Fuck everyone. One life is greater to me than the rest. What good is that we save our enemies, who are going to deliberately come tomorrow for our neck, because of you? What do you mean by that? Minato said. Eva is after us because of you, of what you did. Kuma is after us because of our genes, thanks to Mother. Our whole life is a mess, and why do you think we should save them? There will be no peace. Jiraiya is a deliberate fool who thinks that peace can be achieved with enemies, and they can be turned into friends. Then why the fuck is Orochimaru, his own teammate, a traitor to the village? Minato and Kushina were left speechless, and Naruto was quite shocked by this as well. He didn't knew that his siblings cared this much. He knew that they cared, but this much? He was surprised. As you said, we Uzumaki stand by the code. Family above everything. And we took that to heart. And Naruto is family, as you are. But you have proven that you don't care about your own moral codes, being a hypocrite. But we don't want to be. Let's go, Naruto. It is your birthday too. Let's celebrate. We made a cake on our own. I hope it is to the taste Anything's fine, but are you guys sure? I mean, saying this and all. We're sure, Naruto. If they can't see for who you are and willingly outcast you in your own family, then we can't be a part of this as well. This is a thing that they created from their own mind. Peace this and peace that. What it sort of good peace is for the whole world if we can't find peace within our own family. Everything should start from our own self, working on our own family and stuff. And then we should spread our morals out to everyone else if we follow them on our own. And they don't follow their own morals, and yet they preach it to others, said Menma as they left. As now we see Naruto inside his room, which was quite barren, but it was good enough for the things that Menma and Mito have been given him over the course of years. As they were sitting there on the floor and celebrating his birthday, as Minato and Kushina were in their room crying and thinking of what their children have just told them. The children that they loved and trained just outright basically disowned them without saying the same words, because disagreeing with their morals and everything they stood up for was the same thing for them, and they knew it was their own fault now. And they made a mistake that has caused such a rip in their family that they thought that it might not be able to repair. They needed some people for this help. As suddenly a knock on the door was heard. As Kushina went to open it, it was Tsunade, and she didn't look happy at once. Are you out of your mind, Kushina? Do you know how badly Naruto was hurt? His skull was cracked. You're lucky that there wasn't a chip stuck to his brain, or he would have died from a concussion. I'm sorry. I didn't... You what? You didn't knew? Come on, Kushina, stop lying. You're for God's sake his mother. As Kushina still looked down. Oh my god, you're serious? You know, I think it's better that I should call for health and protection services for children. What? But why, Bachan? Because I don't think that you're fit to be a mother, Kushina. I'm going to be honest with you here. As those brutal words cut through Kushina's heart. What gives you the right to say that? Everything you have done to Naruto up until now. And even Menma and Mito, darting over them, hugging over them like a obsessive parent while deliberately ignoring Naruto for him from his needs and depriving him from the love and his family that needed him. You know, when one time 2 years ago he was so sick that he had to crawl towards my office just to get his treatment, and I was heartbroken to see him like that. As after that, Tsunade then said, I'm not going to call them now, but one more incident like this and I have no choice than to do so. I'm leaving. Good night, Kushina. As after that, Tsunade left. As we go towards Naruto's room, as a scream was heard as Kushina and Minato were brought out of their stupor as they dashed towards them. As they opened the door to see that a red thing with 4 arms was standing there. Calm down, it's me, it was saying. As Minato brought out his kunai and Kushina brought out his chain to tie it down. As suddenly a red beeping was heard from its shoulder as it reverted back to Naruto, who was now hissing in pain as Kushina retracted back her chains. Damn it, again? Do you have some sort of agenda against me, lady? Naruto said out loud, hissing. Naruto? Menma Mito said, how did this happen? Well, flashback. As this was going on downstairs, we see Naruto and his siblings standing there, as Naruto showed them that he found this out because he didn't hide anything from them. This is a weird watch. As suddenly Naruto tapped it on the top, as suddenly a screen showed, green with black silhouettes. What's this? As Naruto twisted it. Whoa, it changed! Is it some sort of, image showing thingy? Who knows? Why is it outside though? It looks weird. Let's push it down, Mito said, as it was on a silhouette of 4-armed creature. As it was pressed down, and a bright green light emerged, and when it died down, a huge 4-armed creature was there instead of Naruto. As Menma Mito screamed. End of the flashback. As Naruto was treated again that day. As Minato and Kushina were now worried. Even though they were hated, they were still their parents. As they were now downstairs, talking again. Why didn't you tell us, Naruto, about this? Well, you never cared. We do care, damn it. We we know we made some mistakes, but we were following the ideals of our sensei. My sensei, to be precise, Minato said. And it has caused so much rift I didn't knew. If I should have known, I wouldn't have done that. It's alright, I guess. Are you? No, I'm not. I'm not going to forgive you for 4 years of neglect and leaving me alone. Do you know how bad it was for me? If it wasn't for Menma and Mito, thank God they're not arrogant or anything like that. I'm just happy for that. My life wouldn't be living hell. The people ignore me, you ignore me, everyone ignores me, except for Menma and Mito, Shoji and Shikamaru. They're the only friends, and Ino-chan. While the rest of them are just outright cold to me. I was so alone all this time. Even though there were some few people, but I needed my parents and they weren't there for me when I needed them the most. It hurted me a lot. I need some time to do some healing and work things out with this watch that I found. As the red watch turned green. Oh, it looks like it's back to normal. Wanna check out something new? Yeah, let's go to the backyard, Menma said. As then Naruto turned it around, the dial again, and this time when it closed, Naruto was now floating in air with one eye. As his eyes turned back, whoa, I can see everywhere. Naruto, are you a ghost? What? As Naruto turned invisible and could walk through the house. Whoa, it's so awesome. I can go everywhere and be anywhere I want. It's kind of creepy. Like a freak? Yeah, Ghost Freak. That's a nice name. As red beep came again, and due to chakra environment, it turned green again. Looks like it charges instantly almost, and it has some time limit. Let's measure it next time. As Naruto turned into an alien again, and this time it was Cannonball. What does this do? I can't move around very well, Naruto said. As suddenly, Naruto on its own, fell and turned into a ball as he started to rotate and move everywhere faster. Whoa! It's like a huge ball, like a dodgeball that we played in the academy? No. Like one does cannonball when jumping in the water. Do that motion, Naruto. While this was going on, the siblings were playing with this unknown tech. Minato and Kushina were quite scared. Minato, what if some greedy people find about this? What will they do to Naruto? He can transform into these weird things through that watch. They will go after him. Then we have to prevent that from happening. Naruto, please turn back. As suddenly the red light glowed and Naruto turned back. As Kushina chanted some of the seals on the watch and Naruto, this will protect you. As Naruto then looked down and said thanks. As Kushina formed a small smile that day. Time skip. After that day, the Namikaze Uzumaki family slowly but surely got back on track and were a family as a whole again. Until the 13th birthday arrived, when Jiraiya arrived back in the village. I need Menma and Micho and you two to go out with me to the Mon Miyaboku to train. But what about Naruto? We're not going to leave him behind, Sensei. Minato said. He can stay here with Tsunade. Sensei, what the fuck is wrong with you? He's my son. I'm not going to leave him behind. After 4 years of neglect, I got my eyes open by my own son, seeing that how he was hurting. Thanks to your prophecy. Yeah, Arasani, we don't want to save the world. What good is the world to be saved when it doesn't even have our brother in it? Because we as Uzumaki prefer family over anything. But Menma, Mita, the glory. Fuck the glory, Jiraiya. Let's be honest here. We don't want that. You want that for us. And we're gonna do what we want. And that is not something that concerns the saving the world and all that stuff. As Naruto was silent, it's all because of you, you know. The whole world is going to perish. Is that what you want? Are you so greedy that you want your family and there's attention? He said, looking towards Naruto. As Naruto looked at him. Why is it that so bad? Being greedy for the love of your family. It's not that bad. It is when it concerns the whole world. Your life is not precious. Sensei, that is enough. Please leave. No, he needs to hear this. Is it really? Because I see that the other way around. My life is precious to my family. What right do you have to judge me for that, Jiraiya? Every right. And even if it means I have to kill you, I will, to make them see that way. As Jiraiya charged at Naruto, Naruto suddenly smashed his wrist down as he turned into Diamond Head. As Jiraiya's Rasengan was blocked as a huge crack was formed in his arm, as Naruto formed a piercing hand and stabbed it into Jiraiya's chakra coil, stabbing him to the ground. You fucking bastard! You were really aiming to kill me! Anbu, arrest Jiraiya of the Sanin. Kushina placed restriction seals on him. As Naruto, when transformed back into human body, was shaking. His hand was still shaking from the Rasengan's impact. He used it full force. Go to Tsunade office now, Naruto. Menma take him there. As Naruto was still traumatized of what happened. As Naruto's hand was healed. As Tsunade was enraged when she found out what happened and who did this to Naruto. As she charged towards Jiraiya, who was locked up, and punched him to the face again and again until there was no tooth left in his damn mouth and he was bleeding badly. You can't seem to see my vision, Hime. All you need is the glory and fame by sucking up on your student's legacy. What's wrong about that? I want them to become successful shinobis. Is that too bad? They don't want to. Jiraiya, they don't want to. It's their choice. Why can't you see it like that way? Is it too hard for you? Yes, it is for me. You know nothing, Hime. You know nothing. The whole world is in danger. What kind of danger? All I see is a sociopath man who has gone dumb because of the AIDS that he got from the sex he had with the horse all over the elemental nations, claiming that he can train two kids who don't want to be affiliated with him in any way to become the strongest shinobi. That's a harsh way to put it, Hime, but yes, it is true. I want them to train and become strong. It is for their own good. No, it is not, Jiraiya. It is what you want, not them. And honestly, I can't blame them if you are executed for this. But I'm not going to save you, Jiraiya. No. What you did is lowest of the low. Even Sensei doesn't agree with that. What? What do you mean? Sensei agreed with me. No, Jiraiya, I don't agree with you now. I did agree, but I thought that you were going to train them all together, because that is what you said. You were being manipulative. I didn't knew that I have 2 traitors in my students. At least one of them find her way. Sensei, take that back. Don't lump me with that damn bastard. I am, Jiraiya. Because of what you did, I am. You leave me no choice. As this drama was going on in the elemental nations, we go towards Vilgax. As one of his generals arrived, Commander, we have found the exact location and dimension portal. We can open it through the null void projector, interjecting a new dimension as a whole. Fine. Charge our enemies and march towards them. We are going to destroy them, like we did to Tennyson's world and dimension, and take what is ours. As the whole alien armada was now heading towards the elemental nations. As suddenly an image appeared after one more year, as Naruto was now proficient in using his Omnitrix, but he was trained in taijutsu by none other than Maito Gai. He could use 7 gates and was efficient in kenjutsu and was able to wield Uzumaki-style katanas. As siblings were now jonins in their own right and Anbu members, and were known as the Trio of Trouble throughout the whole elemental nation, because these 3 were the team that Kakashi took as Team 7. Naruto Uzumaki, Mito Uzumaki Namikaze, and Menma Uzumaki Namikaze, and Naruto as well. They have become the first rookie team to be gone from direct Ganin to Jonin, completing 80 A rank and S rank 2 missions, as Kakashi was proud of them. Naruto, on the other hand, stayed a Jonin, didn't want to become an Anbu, while Menma and Mito did. As Vilgax's image appeared on them, as he called out to everyone, "People of this planet, you have something in your possession. At least one of you have. And if you're listening to this, you know what I'm talking about. Yes, I'm talking about that watch that you hold on your wrist. I want that. It doesn't belong to you. It belongs to me. And suddenly, it started to beep as Naruto tapped it. This is the message recorded by me, the previous owner of this watch. My name is Ben Tennyson. I found this watch when I was 10 years of age in a campsite, and it is an alien tech. And this here is the Vilgax. And the same image was shown of that person or thing that was shown in the earlier screen that appeared out of nowhere over the whole elemental nation. Is after this watch. It holds the secrets to genetic coding and engineering done by a gray matter, who was the creator of the Omnitrix. And if he gets his hand on it, he can destroy the whole universe, whole galaxy's fate rests on your hand now. Please, please, don't let it fall into his hands. I died trying. My family died trying to prevent that from happening. But you have to do what I wasn't able to achieve. Secure it and fight back. Good luck. As the message was cut, and it was heard by both of his siblings. We can't give him that watch, Naruto, said Benma. But we have to. I mean, it's not important than all of the lives that are here. Can't you see, Naruto? He wants nothing more than destruction. If he gets his hands on it, there will be nothing left to save. How can we fight? We will fight. We have to. As the alien armies appeared, the Jinchurikis and the Shinobis fought them. They were surprised when they found out that these humans have some sort of chakra energy that they used, and Vilgax was pushed back. But he fought back and cut it through every village. Iwa was the first one to fall, while the other were allied and were there. One by one, the village started to fall down until Konoha was the only village left, while the other were left in ruin. The army were depleting fastly. Only 10 soldiers remained, and Vilgax himself. Who knew that these bastards were this strong? One more village. I will lose this den, but I will be the one to be left out alive. Akatsuki was also dead. Amigakure was also the one of the victims of Vilgax's army. Because of the high-tech technology, they were not able to keep up, but they did take huge devastation from the pain and its spots, alongside with the other Akatsuki members who died, killing them. Oh, even the immortal was killed by the technology, evaporated into molecules. As we see Vilgax standing in front of Naruto. You have that watch. Hand it over, and it'll make this painless. Genjutsu style. Uzumaki swirls! As Naruto said that, Vilgax's arm was cut off. As Vilgax hissed in pain, you will pay for that! As a huge ship appeared. Fight them! Fire! As a huge barrier erupted as it bounced away from them, as 2 Kyubis appeared made out of golden chakra and charged Bijudama and fired out at the ship. One broke the barrier while the other struck, blasting it into 1,000,000 bits. You will pay for that! As Vilgax injected some sort of molecule inside of it. I have every DNA within me. It isn't complete, but it will do. As Vilgax transformed into some ugly, hideous thing. As it was now a huge octopus that was revolving in the sky. You will all perish, as huge black beams of energy fired from his tentacles and red laser eyes. Naruto deflected all of them and dashed towards it, as he used his Omnitrix to transform into Stinkfly, and he shot. Chakra enhanced goo from his eyes, which were acid, and burning him, as it then transformed into Diamond Head. Diamond Detroit Smash! Naruto said as a huge diamond head hand smashed on the Vilgax's head, exploding it from the behind, as Vilgax hissed in pain. As Naruto then charged, 7th Gate State. 7th Gate State! Forearms! As forearms were transformed as Naruto, with 7th Gate speed, agility, and strength, decimated the said giant squid, until Vilgax transformed back, now laying on the ground. I will come back like I always do. You have not won this war, he said, but Naruto stabbed him, and Man-Man-Meter fired a huge Bijudama on him one after another, until there was nothing left of him, not even a single cell. Vilgax's army has fallen. Ben Tennyson was avenged. and the whole world, no, Konoha was saved. There was huge mass genocide everywhere. As Jiraiya stood forward, because of you, everything was lost. Because of your curse that you wear on your wrist, Jiraiya said, manipulating everyone. Because of him we were saved, said civilians. What? Because of you, Jiraiya, and your ambitions, I almost lost my family. I can't believe you stooped so low to point a blame on a kid for your own fucking reasons. I'm disgusted by you. I can't believe I ever thought of you as a sensei. You're nothing more than a disgrace to a shinobi, and I stripped from you the rights of the Sanin and of Shinobi of Konoha. You can roam around for all we care. Get the fuck out of our village. As everyone cheered, as Jiraiya was kicked off the village, beaten and bruised and insulted again and again. As he was leaving, he knew some cells of Vilgax crawled inside of him, taking over his psyche. As 10 years have passed and everything was peaceful, Naruto has gotten married to Ino due to an arranged marriage, but surprisingly Ino liked him back even though he loved Ino, and things have been peaceful for them. Menma married to Hinata and Mito married Sasuke. As for Sakura, she could go fuck herself in this one, as the village has prospered again, but the other villages were rebuilding themselves after the whole mass genocide that occurred. There were many few survivors left, but Jiraiya had turned into a complete Vilgax monster, as after 10 years he arrived again wearing a cloak. I will get what I want while using this body as well. Now I can use chakra. You will fall, Uzumaki. As Vilgax entered Konoha, but this time when he entered, he perished. What is going on? Why did this happen? You wanna know why? Vilgax or Jiraiya? I don't know who you are, but I guess I'll tell you, said Naruto, who was now leveling gaze at him. It's because I placed a barrier on you. I saw what happened while you were leaking the goo getting into your body. I knew something was up. And my prediction was correct. You came back. This time, I'm going to summon Shinigami. As with the seal slapped on Jiraiya's soul, using it as a sacrifice, Shinigami appeared, taking Vilgax and Jiraiya as payment and sacrifice, sealing it both within herself and going away, as the body disappeared alongside the Shinigami as well. Now the world is truly at peace without you. The irony. As Naruto went back with his family to live his life that he had now developed for him, thanks to this watch and everything that came after it. As this is where I'm going to be leaving this story off, guys. I hope you like this one, and if you do, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, as this is Apollo Uchiha and I'm signing out. Peace.